Way up to Angela, but I call her Yee. Way up.
Hey, yeah. Way up with Angela Yee. It is a Monday. Happy Monday. And I'm here with my BRF, my best rapper friend, Mano.
Yeah.
Mano was miserable over the weekend.
Yeah, man. I was miserable, man. I was in DR.
He was in Dominican Republic.
Man, with all that sun, all that sunshine, and all that good weather, all that good vibes, but I didn't like it, right?
Yes. Every time we FaceTime, there were people walking around in the background by the
and I was
pool.
just so sad.
You look sad. Poor Mano.
Yeah, I had to come back.
Man, I gotta go to Dominican Republic. Man, I don't feel like going. But that's nice, though. You look like you had a good time. You look relaxed.
Great time. Yeah, had a good time. You know, vibing.
And you said you met some people, some young ladies who said, "Are you going to be at work on Monday?"
Yes, it's a fact. Are you going to make it to work? Are you going to make it to the show, Mano? I said, I'm going to make it there on Monday. I'm going to be there.
But we're glad to have you here on Monday. I'm glad that you got that trip out the way.
Yeah, you know, I had to come back because I heard y'all missed me.
Yes, indeed. Jasmine will be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
It was Mother's Day. We were actually in Atlanta for Strength of a Woman Festival. Mary J. Blige does it. And I have to say, this is the second year, and it's an annual event, and I already see it is way bigger than it was when it started last year. I think that's good, though. Like it's like right now it's kind of like a mini Essence Festival, but I see how much it's growing.
Right.
And everyone was there. Everything was sold out. They had concerts every night.
This was Saturday.
It was Friday and Saturday.
Nice.
And I think maybe even, and Sunday also they had events. But it was amazing.
Right.
I had such a good time. So shout out to everybody that was out there. We'll talk about it more. But on the show today, we are going to have Armani White. You know Armani White, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Armani White, who is from Philly. And he's got an interesting story. We had Scarlett on. I love artists who have like a great backstory also.
Talking about the girl with Griselda.
No. That's, I think, Armani Caesar you're thinking of.
Oh, right.
Armani White we're talking about.
He's a rapper.
Yes, he's a rapper.
From Philly.
From Philly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Billie Eilish.
Of course, Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
All right. So, and Mano, you have a great backstory also. That's what I'm saying. I think that it translates when you can have music and then people can relate to your backstory.
Indeed.
And so you'll hear his story, and it's quite interesting.
Okay.
And they listen on TikTok. He's got these dances.
I like that song though. Mm-hmm. With the Nori beat.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we're going to ask him all about that when he met Nori, what Nori had to say about that. You know. But as usual, we start the show shining a light. 800-292-5150. Call us up. Who do you want to shine a light on? We'd love to hear from you. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Happy Monday.
I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. It's time to shine a light. I'm here with my BRF,
New
Mano, my best rapper friend.
Yeah.
And it's time to shine a light.
Shine a light.
I know you had a light you wanted to shine.
Yeah, I
Mano.
want to shine a light on all the mothers. All of the mothers. I want to shine a light on the mothers that lost sons that lost mothers.
Yep.
Young daughters that became young mothers. You know, and everybody. You know, I lost my mother, so you know, I spent my day kind of like just reflecting and just chilling. You know?
Yeah, and you know and I had to say, because Jasmine was talking about that we have to also keep in mind that there's people who have lost their moms. As
Indeed.
people are celebrating Mother's Day, we saw a lot of posts. It makes you also appreciate,
Right.
you know, while
Indeed.
she's here. So shout out to everybody. Mother's Day means something different to a lot of people.
Yes, it does.
I know we just had Scarlett on here. I think it's her mom's birthday right now. She lost her mom when she was 12.
Wow.
Yeah, and shout out to Jay Electronica. I saw he posted his mother.
So many. I seen Cameron, Papoose.
Yeah,
You know,
not an easy thing
DJ Self. Yeah.
to have to deal with. So we love you all.
Yeah.
Okay, and we want you guys to shine a light. That was beautiful, Mano.
Thank you.
Shine a light on you too. You're such a responsible worker. By the way, you were in DR. Here you are back at work.
And DR doing God's knows what.
We're gonna actually we're gonna have a little shot for you today. All right, 800-292-5150. Elijah, who do you want to shine a light on?
Terrence Gilliam, he's the owner of Dallas 1040 Tag Services.
Okay, elaborate.
Black-owned business, started in Dallas. During the pandemic, he was doing his thing, you know, making sure that people had all the money that they needed in their pockets the honest way. low fees. You know, he wasn't trying to rob nobody out their money. Like,
Okay.
he's definitely doing a big one.
How much did you get?
I got twins, so, you know, he definitely made sure that I got all the credits that I qualified for.
Okay, I'm with that. All right, Terrence, you said, right?
Terrence Gilliam.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, shine a light on who's this?
Hi, Angela. It's Keys from out of Jersey.
What up, Keys from out of Jersey? Who you want to shine a light on?
Hi, I want to shine a light on my CEO of Triple TG Records. His name is YP Triple TG. I want to shine a light on him because he's a big influence on me. He's a big influence on everybody around him. And he has albums out, All of Me and Diamond Hearted, and his birthday is actually the 26th, so shout out to him.
Okay,
but,
shout out to
yeah, I definitely want to give a big shout out to him. So happy birthday to my guy.
Okay, happy birthday, my guy. All right, well, that was Shine a Light on him, 800-292-5150, and that was brought to you by Born in Roma by Valentino, available at Macy's. I've been spraying this every single day. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. Let's give you guys an update on Jamie Foxx. All right, there's been all kinds of different claims. We'll tell you what the family is saying and a new announcement. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea. Come and get the tea.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here.
Numeno.
And we are doing Yee Tea. Let's start off with Jamie Foxx, okay? There were some reports circulating about Jamie Foxx's condition. They said that he was not doing well and to prepare for the worst. Well, Daily Loud has apologized, right? They were one of the platforms that put that out. They said, we unfortunately thought the source we had was real, but it was not. We are sorry to Jamie and his family for our actions here and continue to wish him nothing but good health. Sorry for letting our followers down as well. We will do better in the future and we'll make sure every source is properly fact-checked from here on. Now, Jamie Foxx's daughter, Corinne Foxx, posted, update from the family. Sad to see how the media runs wild. My dad has been out of the hospital for weeks, recuperating. In fact, he was playing pickleball yesterday.
Wow.
Thanks for everyone's prayers and support. We have an exciting work announcement coming next week, too. So he's okay.
Good. I'm not sure what pickleball is, but I'm happy he's good.
Pickleball is the new thing that everybody's doing. I'm
What
not
is
going to
that?
lie. I went shopping the other day. They had a whole pickleball section in the department.
Oh, what is that?
It's kind of like badminton a little bit. You have to see, but Donnell Rawlings is very into pickleball. People are investing in pickleball teams.
Okay,
that's
need to
how big
figure
of
that
a deal
out,
it
though.
is.
We got to figure that out. I don't know.
You
want to
do a pickleball tournament?
No, I got to figure it out first. But I'm just happy that he's good though, because all these fake stories running, and I think more people need to, follow behind them.
And the announcement has been made, okay, that Jamie Foxx and Corinne Foxx are going to be hosting a guessing game show called We Are Family for Fox. That's going to premiere in 2024, so Jamie Foxx has time to recover and relax in the meantime, but they have announced that that's going to happen. See? Brand new announcement. He's okay. All right. The Kelly Clarkson Show has released a statement. There were some claims that the show was a toxic environment. And there was an ex-employee who said that they were approached by Human Resources in regards to investigation, prompted by another colleague's complaint. They said there were statements about just basically lower-level employees experiencing bad things at the set. And they used their exit interviews to relay their negative experiences. One person said they had a follow-up call regarding two producers' unprofessional behavior, but those same people ended up receiving promotions, according to the source. Well, Kelly Clarkson has responded to that viral report. She posted a statement on Instagram that she loved her team, and to find out that anyone is feeling unheard and or disrespected on this show is unacceptable. So that was her statement there, committed to a safe and respectful work environment. You know?
Yeah.
We've been seeing this happen a lot. People saying that there were issues. We saw that with Ellen DeGeneres. We saw that a lot of different people. So whatever is going on, if there is anything, now is the time to fix it. All right, Lil Wayne had the final show of his Welcome to the Carter tour. That was in L.A. on Saturday, and he ended things abruptly. Now, they said he was more than an hour later than the scheduled start time. He played for about 30 minutes, then he left the stage and let some of the members of the Young Money label come up and perform. That included Little Twist, Alan Cubis, and here's what he said, because he thought the crowd was very lackluster.
We appreciate it, but we ain't about to be bending over backwards for these folks. We work too hard for it. We work way too hard. This was my was Alan, that was Twist, that was John. We on Young Money. We appreciate y'all time.
He said, we're not about to be bending over backwards for
Stop
y'all.
playing with Lil Wayne, man. That's Wayne. He can do whatever he want to do.
Well, he was late, so that already has people a little like,
Man, it's Wayne.
But then I guess they were upset that after 30 minutes he's off the stage.
And he let his little homies eat.
But you know what? He should have stayed up there with them. I think that would help. If you want to really like.
So he left the stage and let them perform.
Yes, he left the stage to let them perform. They like, yo, you late, you left the stage. That's how you really lift them up. Like you got to be there too and keep the energy going.
Man,
and
Wayne could do no wrong, man.
Be their hype man.
It's Lil Wayne, man. What we talking about?
Well, he said we not bending over backwards for y'all. And
left.
that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have About Last Night. That's what we did last night. I know you were in DR. I was in Atlanta. We'll talk about it. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Last night.
So, about last night.
Last night.
Here's how it went down.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here.
I'm back.
Mano's back from the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Did you have a good time?
Had a great time. It was my brother Gig's birthday.
Okay.
Shout out to Gigs from London, from Peckham.
Was it a guy trip, like a guy's trip?
Yeah, it was the homies. Homies from London, homies from Brooklyn.
What do guys do
Canada.
on guys' trips?
Hang out.
Okay, what does that entail? Like, I want to know.
I mean,
is it safe
party.
for me to let my man go on a guy's trip? Is
Yeah,
that okay?
you should. You just balance him out. You should let him go. Ladies, stay away from the conversations where you had a problem with your man going on guys' trips.
Okay.
Because balance him
Because I feel
out.
like men do different things than women do when we go on our trips.
Like what? What y'all do?
Like we go on our trips, we like to lay out at the pool all day, have a couple of drinks, and then maybe go to the club, or maybe not. Maybe we don't want to do anything at all. And
No, we want an ATV, jet ski, get on a boat.
we want to do
party.
massages. We want to get facials.
Right,
We want to
as
do
you
like
should.
spa days.
But I think it's important that you should allow your man to go, on a guy's trip
Okay.
once in a while.
What if all the guys he's with are single? Is that
what's
dangerous?
what's the problem though?
I'm just asking.
So you want him to stay and be miserable?
You said you were miserable going.
I don't want to go to DR.
I actually think it's good to be like, go on the trip because I know
Right.
he'll miss me.
Right, it's balanced, and then
Right,
you don't
he'll
want
miss me.
to. You don't want to guilt trip him,
Why
and then he
y'all
turn
all the
around and
guys
stay.
in the room smiling like that's not true? He will miss me.
Right, but you don't want to guilt trip him, and then he turn around and say, "You know what? I'm not going."
Right.
And then he stayed just because he trying to appease you. Now,
Nah,
what?
I would never tell him he couldn't go.
But
I would never.
this is for all the ladies that
I
do
don't know if I
that.
would want him on a trip with Mano.
I'm a good guy. I'm one of the good guys.
All right, go ahead.
I'm one of the good guys.
I seen some photos. I don't know.
Yo, this is what I'm saying, yo. You ain't no good. You really not no good.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Man. No, I'm a good guy. You should allow your guy to hang out.
Because certain people, you're like, I don't know if I want him on a guy's trip with him.
Yo, listen, we had homies from London, homies from Brooklyn,
Okay.
and homies from Canada.
So there were no women around.
Definitely women.
Okay.
Of course, it's women, but it's DR. It's always
What does
women.
that mean?
Women are plentiful.
Okay. So how do y'all just meet girls in DR? How does that happen?
You go hang out. Shout out to my man Los. He live in DR, so he
my
always
goodness.
takes care of me.
I feel like women when we go on girls trips, we don't want no guys at the house because we don't feel safe. Like I'm not just letting nobody come over here.
Right, you
And
shouldn't.
we don't do, yeah.
You should not.
Like we might go out, have a good time, that's it, with each other. And we also have a rule. You cannot leave each other. Like we go together, we
That's
leave
right.
together.
That's right.
We all look
Be
out
responsible.
for each other. Who's that guy that you're talking to? Like,
Whoa.
we block it.
Yeah, be responsible. No, guys, guys need that. It's
Okay.
balance.
All right, well, I'll tell you what I did over the weekend while you were doubting and bopping in DR.
See, you not no good.
Yeah, but-
You not no good.
I was doing responsible things.
Yeah.
I was at the Strength of a Woman Summit that was put on by Mary J. Blige in Atlanta, and I had a great time. I actually moderated a panel.
Of course you did. That's
Of
what you
course
do.
I did. We did lip
You're
service out
always
there.
on a panel.
No,
or
but-
getting honored.
But what I have to say is, what was fun for me was we did lip service live out there, and on my panel was the former mayor, Keisha Lance Bottoms.
Okay.
And she enjoyed it. It was a conversation she's never, I feel like, had
Really?
these types, because it wasn't just about business.
Did she go deep?
Yes. Jade Cargill was there. You know, she's undefeated pro wrestler, AEW. Undefeated, by the way. I think she's 57-0.
Okay.
All right. Broke all kinds of records for men and women. And Megan Holston Alexander, she is the founder of a tech company, A16Z, for investors. And so the conversation was a lot about relationships, balancing different things, you know, just a lot. It was fun.
So did Keisha tell us what she likes?
Kind of.
Really?
Yeah, kind of.
Interesting.
Kind of. And how she keeps it spicy.
Okay.
In the bedroom.
Is her spicy real spicy,
And
or
she
is
was
it
good.
like
She was
medium spicy?
She was good. The way that she, you know, was able to maneuver. And her mom was there too. And that's the good thing. It was Mother's Day, so
Right.
a lot of people brought their moms out with them
That's dope.
for the summit. But I feel like every year this is going to be something that is going to continue to grow. People loved it. We had a great time.
Nice.
And everyone was there. So we'll get more into that. But when we come back, we have Tell Us a Secret. If you were in DR and you want
gotta
to call in,
I can't
and
tell you
us
nothing.
A secret. 800
We know who not to tell a secret to. Tell your
800
secrets to me.
800-292-5150. Tell Mano your secret, all right? It's
Please.
Way Up with Angela Yee.
This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is so excited.
Yeah,
Calm down, Mano.
We might have to change that whole drop right there.
Why?
This is a judgment-free zone.
You want to do it?
I don't want it to be judgment-free though.
Wow. Shoot. Okay, well, it is a judgment-free zone, Mano. You don't like when I judge you?
Yeah, but you don't know how to stop. You're never gonna stop though. So
What, judging you?
Yeah. What's the
That's
difference?
not true. I don't judge you.
Yeah, you're a little judgy.
Okay.
I'll tell you
but
my
it's-
secrets and then you want to put them out
All right,
there.
go ahead. Start.
No.
See, if you want to tell us a secret and you don't want us to judge you.
Yo, I'll tell you my secrets off air.
Right. And do I judge you?
Yeah, a little bit.
No,
A little bit.
Okay.
You bring them you throw them at me every now and then. Man, you did. Yes, you did.
Okay. Well, you know, it's just the truth. And right now, this is Tell Us a Secret. It's a judgment-free zone until we say otherwise. 800-292-5150. It's anonymous. Hello, anonymous caller. Tell us a secret.
So this girl and the sister is married, had a threesome with the husband, and after that, you know, the sister ended up getting pregnant, la la la, you know, all that.
Wow.
Then the sister and the husband kept on, you know, messing around after that, and then the sister and the husband ended up getting a divorce because, you know, he was being a little shady and, you know, not, you know, cheating. But the sister still ain't tell her that she the one that did it, but she over there giving this lady all type of encouragements and all this. But you're the one that was the husband.
So wait, what's your involvement?
But nah, I ain't got no involvement. I'm just a friend.
Okay, so the guy was cheating on his wife with his wife's sister.
Yeah, so they had a threesome at first.
Right.
Who
And
you
then, you
cheating
know,
with?
after threesome, they cut.
I'm just trying to say who she. Who,
Huh?
Who?
Nobody. She's just an outside source.
Oh, but you're not
Yeah, I
cheating.
ain't cheating. I'm faithful. No, I'm faithful. I got a girlfriend. I'm faithful.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you for sharing that secret. That's juicy.
Yep.
She wanted to tell somebody.
You tell somebody else's business.
How you gonna tell somebody else?
Right? How you
business,
gonna call
right?
up a radio station and tell somebody else's business?
Hello, anonymous caller. How are you?
Good morning, Angela. How you doing today?
I'm good. You want to say good morning to Mano too, so he doesn't judge you?
Okay. Good morning, Mano. How are
Good
you?
morning. I'm not gonna judge you, baby.
So, what is your secret today?
Oh boy, I have 4 children by my best friend's father.
You opened up wide, huh?
No, no. Okay, and this is all in all sincerity. She's actually the godmother to all 4 of my children.
So, but she knows that that's her.
No. No.
So,
Well, how does that
for
work
kids,
then?
Yeah, I don't understand how she does it.
Okay, here we go. We were in college, and his wife passed away. So when his wife passed away, I went home with her. After a while, her father would, you know, call me. Like, he called her first and talked with her, and then he called me and talked with me. And so we got to talking one night, and he was asking me, like, you know, what kind of a man do you like, so on and so forth. And, you know, I just told him how I felt or whatever. And he told me, he said, just to let you know, I've liked you for a minute.
Ooh.
And I'm like,
Since you were
what do you mean
underage.
for a minute? No, I wasn't underage when he was talking about he
I know,
was
but
like
he's saying for
after,
a minute. I just meant before that. But okay, go ahead.
Right. So anyway, he would do little things for me, like for Christmas. One year my car was messed up, and she told her dad about it, and he was like, if she needs her car fixed, I can either get it fixed or I can help her get a new car.
Okay.
So got the car. All right. Then
But wait,
She
all
went
right,
on to
let's
grade.
How you
speed
get
it
to
up.
the 4 babies?
4 kids. How did that happen?
well, the first one was really unexpected. But anyway, so her father is like in his early 50s.
Okay. And then his
right.
daughter is the godmother to all 4 of the kids. Who does she think the kids are by?
Right. I actually lied and told her that I had gone to a sperm bank.
For all 4?
Yeah.
Do you ever want to tell her?
Well, he and I have actually talked about that.
Are y'all
And
together?
it's like-
You and the father?
Because 4 kids is like together.
Right. Y'all together.
We're not together per se. We still see each other.
So y'all gonna wind up having more, right?
No.
But maybe y'all would be together if it wasn't a secret.
If you have 4, you can have
Probably
8.
so.
Do you
No,
want
we don't want 8.
If you have 4, you can have 8.
Do you want to be with him?
I do. I really do. I know he really wants to be with me. I guess you could say in a way we're protecting her.
Well,
Because I do. I love her like my sister for real.
You should be with
I'll
him.
do anything for her. Then she found out she couldn't have any kids. So, yeah.
and really, those
It-
kids, she's their sister.
Right. That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
She might be happy for
I
you
ain't think
guys,
of that.
but she's going to hate the fact that you all didn't tell her. But hey,
That's siblings,
it's not
though.
our
For
business.
real. You should be with them, and then y'all just be one happy family.
Have a threesome.
No.
No, we're not doing no. That would be incest, man.
No, I
That's
would.
incest.
Why? I'm not even the one that said
Maynard
that.
is
Now I'm gonna
crazy.
judge you.
I'm not even the one that said that.
But thank you for sharing with us. I wish you the best of luck, though.
I wish us the best of luck in the future as well. But you all have a blessed and happy day.
Except for Mano.
Yo.
Thank you.
All right.
She started going in on me. I'm not even the one that said that. Have a threesome. Have a threesome.
See,
Nah,
Mano?
you dead wrong. I'm not playing with you no more. Real.
Mano got in trouble. He didn't
Nah.
even say it.
Yo, I'm not even the one that said. I didn't even say that. I couldn't even hear what she was saying. But I know she's no man, no.
Mano, you got to leave these people alone.
No,
man.
it was you though.
All right, well, since we're talking about all these things that you recommend, let's talk about Latto when we come back and what Jermaine Dupri had to say, what happened to her after the rap game. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Yeety's next.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip.
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that yee tea.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here.
New Mano.
New Mano, and it's time for that Yeetie. All right, now Jermaine Dupri recently did an interview with Hip Hop DX, and he talked about Latto. You know, people always ask him about Latto because she was
Right.
on the rap game when she was young, and she actually won. And here's what he had to say about Latto's, I guess, growing up and her new image.
Always saying, Jermaine, you dropped the ball on Mulatto. The deal was, if you win on the rap game, you get a single from Jermaine Dupri on So So Death. That single came out. The problem is that Latto was 16 years old and the outlets didn't support it. So people didn't start talking about Latto till she started making more vulgar records, dressing more sexual, being an adult. So it made me be like, damn, so is these kids not accepted?
What are your thoughts on that?
It may be some truth to that.
Because Latto also grew up. I
Right.
mean, part of it is that at 16 is a weird age too, because like in a couple of years, you more of an adult. You know,
Right, but
like we saw like with Halle and Chloe, like Chloe and Halle when they were younger, they had a different type, and now they've grown up.
Right, so
And-
do we really want to hear 16-year-old kitty rap from little girls? I think that it may be a fan base for that with little girls.
Right.
Right, but when you grow up and your music becomes a little bit more provocative, I think men start to tap in, other women identify with that, and then you lit.
Also, Latto doesn't only do that.
No, she doesn't.
Right. She had that song that I love, Sunshine. That's my joint right
Right.
there.
I don't think her music is strictly provocative though.
Right.
Like, she got lines where she talking, but you know, she's rapping. But she's giving her image is a little bit more grown up, a little bit more mature.
Right. And Jermaine Dupri also, his specialty is working with kids, I feel like.
Is it?
Well,
It's not, I don't think that's the only thing he did
That's not
though.
all he did, but he's been really good in that lane. That's why he even did this show, The Rap Game.
Right.
Right? I mean, just think about his history with Bow Wow, with Criss Cross, with the
Right.
Franchise
Bow Wow.
Boys, and yeah.
But Franchise Boys wasn't kids though.
Well,
It was
They were younger though. I felt like when he first started working with them.
In the 20s?
Oh no, I thought they were younger than that.
Nah,
but I do feel like he does well in that lane. Some people would stray away from that. But it seems like that's his thing too.
So he's saying it basically didn't work until she became a little bit more mature and started to speak in a certain kind of way and look a certain kind of way.
I just thought about it because I look at Janelle Monáe, right? And
now she's...
Right,
yeah.
and people have a real issue with her being different than how she used to be. They she used to wear the suits.
I was surprised. I seen it live. I didn't know.
In the video,
right? I didn't know. Mm-hmm. I went to her party and then she had on a bikini, and I was like, she used to wear suits.
Right.
But now I guess she changed.
That was a long time ago too. And then sometimes people get more comfortable with their sexuality.
Yeah.
So.
But artists should be allowed to grow, though.
I cannot wait to talk to Janelle Monáe about that because she is we are gonna discuss it with her.
Yeah.
All right, now Gabrielle Union was on Idea Generation. Shout out to my guy Noah. He did a sit-down interview with her, and she was talking about a lot of different things. And I feel like a lot of us have this issue becoming successful and having to still worry about when is that next gig coming? Could the money all go away? If you didn't come from money, sometimes those are the things that you always think about, right? Here's what she had to say about that.
I struggle with that. I think I just have more responsibilities for my money. And I'm trying to find peace in the journey, not using my anxiety and scarcity mindset to be my engine, which is hard. It's weird to say I'm head of household because in this household, we split everything 50-50. But in the other households that each of us have to support, there's always this like gorilla on your back that it is like, you better work.
I like how in some outlets the headline was Gabrielle Union splits everything 50-50.
Nah, they
like, come on, guys.
Stop it.
Yeah, stop it.
They came to agreement.
And she owes
they agreed
everything
to that, right?
50-50 then.
She has hers, he has his, and they came to agreement.
Mm-hmm. All right, now Michael Jackson brought the Michael Jackson musical, MJ. Have you seen that yet?
No.
I'm going to get you tickets. You got to go to see that. You're going to love that.
It's on Broadway.
Yes, it's on Broadway. MJ the Musical. So far, that has already recouped its money, the investment that they got. So it's a $22.5 million production, and it opened in theaters February 1st of 2022. And so it has already made back the money. And that's not an easy thing for a Broadway production. You will enjoy it so much.
Yeah, I do want to go.
That's a good
Who's
date.
going to go with me?
Yeah, there you go.
Who's going to go with me?
All right, well, hit him up in his DMs. We're going to get 2 tickets for somebody to go with Mano.
Tell us a secret.
All right, so that was your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily headline news stories. They are flying under the radar, and we want to make sure you know about them. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Got news. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here.
Yep.
My BRF, my best rapper friend.
Mano.
I just had Mano so disgusted. I was showing him video of the fact that we all have these face mites on us.
I've been noticing those.
And this is an under the radar story. There's no way that you noticed this.
No, I've been seeing that you have face mites, though.
No.
For real.
Actually, they're helpful for you, but we all have them. I see yours. I told you yours is speaking
yours
Spanish.
was just falling. It's like, yo, what's going on?
Scientists scraped a black dot on his forehead, and this has been something that is not a secret, but people may not know about it. And then he put it under a microscope, and there were dozens of crawling face mites. One of the videos we saw, they had glue. They stuck it to a strip, and then they pulled off a little bit of your skin, and then you can see all of these little face mites. And they live on all mammals. So if you haven't heard of them, a lot of people haven't heard of them, but they live their entire lives on your body, and eventually they die and decompose all in the pores on your face.
You didn't show me the video with the scientist, though, with the hole.
Oh, yes, but he scraped a little thing off his face. I was just showing you other videos of it. But there's they're on all mammals, and supposedly these are good for you, right? I guess they kind of they stay in your pores except at night, and that's when they come out to find other mites to mate with.
And they say the good thing is that they don't have buttholes, so they don't defecate.
Yeah, they don't defecate, it said. And by the way, Mano, these mites are having sex on your face while you're sleeping.
It didn't say that.
Yes, it did.
It did not. I don't remember.
It's right here. They crawl around on your face at night. That's when they come out, and they have a great time visiting their friends and other hair follicles. And then they mate with other mites, and then they go back to your pores and lay the eggs there. Usually about 15 to 20 eggs at a time, and those eggs hatch in 3 to 4 days.
So that's what was going on on your forehead, though. I noticed that on your forehead, though, a while ago. I was like, damn, what's all that movement?
Yes, I see it all on you.
Definitely.
So
no.
It's but they said these things are our friends. They get rid of excess oil that we don't need, and they also chew up dead skin and get rid of it. And they can, but too much oil on your face can cause acne and other skin conditions. So that's why these mites are on your face doing you a favor.
You scratching a little bit.
I know, it's making me itch. But you guys should look this up, these face mites that you all have and that Mano definitely has.
I just seen some falling. They're on your t-shirt now. They're on your,
right now on your face.
Sweater right now, just falling off.
And another under the radar story, let's talk about Bob Lee. He was the founder of Cash App. And remember, he was killed by one of his friends. He was fatally stabbed. And now they are giving us more details about the accused killer. According to reports, and this is according to the Wall Street Journal, Cash App founder Bob Lee was having an affair with his accused killer's sister. And right now, his accused killer is in jail on murder charges and the fatal stabbing. They were both allegedly, according to sources, Bob Lee and Nima Momeni, who is the person, I guess, that they're saying that he was having. Wait, is Nima the killer or the friend? Okay. Oh, yeah. So, Kazir Momeni is the wife. Kazir Momeni is the one that he was supposedly having the affair with. And they were allegedly part of the same underground party circle.
Sex party.
Yeah, it's called The Lifestyle. So they're saying that court documents show that he had known Lee for a decade and then confronted Lee about his sister prior to the stabbing.
So what was his brother's issue?
I guess, they got into it and he was having an affair and allegedly, and this is all allegations, so we don't want to say that this is true, but this is what friends and co-workers of Bob Lee are saying to the Wall Street Journal about the late tech executive's life. They were also saying that these are the new possible connections between Bob Lee and his alleged killer, Nima Momeni. All right. So we don't know. Again, these are just allegations as they're trying to figure out what happened. And you said what you got from this whole story is what?
What?
About the lifestyle.
Oh, the parties. Mm-hmm. I need to get that off my bucket list.
Well, those parties are happening on your face right now. All right. Well, that is your under the radar.
You're so cap. You're so cap.
And we have Armani White joining us this morning. Philly's own Billie Eilish. Armani White is joining us. Also, the Way Up mix at the top of the hour. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here.
Still here, baby.
And we're doing Yee T. And of course, we have to talk about Ja Morant today.
Yes.
And what just happened over the weekend. On Sunday, it went viral of him in the car. He was on live, listening to NBA Youngboy, jamming out with his boy. And then he had his gun out again in the background. And it just quickly flashed by him. But then, of course, everybody screenshotted that. And it ended up going viral. Now, if you guys recall, back on March 4th, he was also caught on Instagram Live with a gun. He posted that live where he was brandishing a gun while he was at Shotgun Willie's strip club in Glendale, Colorado. And at the time, here's what he had to say to take accountability.
I feel mentally good that I haven't, been in, many years. I'm in a space where I'm, very comfortable. I was constantly, talking to therapists. I've been doing, Reiki treatment. I've been doing anxiety breathing, different stuff to, help me manage that and, release, all that stuff from my body. It's not who I am. I don't condone any type of violence, but I take, full responsibility, for my actions. Made a, bad mistake.
Well, after the second video, he has been suspended by the Grizzlies pending an NBA review of that video. And yeah, I mean,
so he's suspended
all
now.
Activities, yeah, any type of activities.
Right. See, I don't know. I don't understand. Like, where's the dudes that he respects that can give him some real game?
I mean, I saw a lot of people were trying to say that they wanted to have that conversation with him. Now, Jalen Rose, who did the exclusive sit down with him after the first incident, had this to say.
He is 23. He just finished his 4th year in the league. And I'm personally just glad that social media didn't exist when I was in college or when I was in the league. I put myself in a lot of questionable positions and made a lot of poor decisions like we see him making right now. So I'm not going to talk about it like it's the end for him. I think there's still a future for him.
Ooh, Ooh, and we did see you, Jalen, in that BMF series.
I understand what he's saying, though, because at 23, you make bad decisions. How many times you get caught doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you know it's wrong?
Right. Yeah, Mano, let him know.
I'm saying I got to be honest, though. Like, I come from a background where we was getting in trouble very early.
Mm-hmm. But sometimes you have so much that you could potentially lose, and you get
the difference.
Get a second chance,
Right.
a third chance.
That's the difference. But
then it's kind of like, okay, you know, and here's what Stephen A. Smith had to say.
Enough's enough. Jalen, yes, you've made mistakes in your life, but you didn't know, you weren't forewarned. You lived your life, you made the mistakes, and then ultimately you corrected them, whatever those mistakes may be. Ja Morant was warned. Months ago, they let you know 8-game suspensions. Months ago, they let you know $600,000. Months ago, you put your team in jeopardy, the franchise in jeopardy, your future endorsement and opportunities in jeopardy. Months ago, not years ago, months ago.
Ooh, and everybody is now weighing in on this.
Yeah.
You know, NBA spokesperson Mike Bass told The Athletic, we are aware of the social media posts involving Ja Morant, are in the process of gathering more information. I saw that a lot of people commented on social media. Kendrick Perkins said Ja Morant ain't gonna stop until he's out the league, SMH. Stephen A. Smith also tweeted out, still hoping Ja Morant can figure out whatever is going on. And here's what Shannon Sharp had to say.
The best apology is change behavior. And when he was going through all this diatribe about what he'd learned about being away from the game, Skip, and how important it was to him, I say, I see better than I hear. I heard everything Ja said. Now moving forward, I'm going to see if the behavior meets what he said. I'm not even upset at Ja. I'm not mad. I'm not disappointed. I'm not embarrassed. I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm disappointed. I'm disgusted by the people that defended him. Because that's what got us here. Skip, I need somebody to tell me the fascination he has with guns.
And to be clear, because I saw a lot of people in the comments saying, it's not a big deal. You're allowed to have a gun if it's licensed. What's the problem? Everyone has a gun. And I saw people tweeting that out also. But you just can't be on live with it.
Gun on camera on social media. Come on, that ain't...
Especially because everybody's watching you now.
Right, of course. You got a responsibility.
All right, now Fat Joe also weighed in. Here's what he had to say.
He's trying hard to get kicked out the NBA. And those guys that's with you, they not your people's job. This is a problem we have with our community becoming famous because the people around you, they like that the girls is watching. They love the lifestyle, but they're not you. And guess what? If you get thrown out of the NBA, these are the same guys who are going to say, yo, he wasn't anyway.
He need to talk to some dudes that was in the NBA that made some bad decisions.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, and I feel like a lot of people talked to him the first time around too. And you know what else? I will say this. I was at a game. I was at a Pistons game, right, when they were playing Memphis, and he was, my friend was there, and her son dressed up as Ja Morant for Halloween. And so he had liked the picture and then told him that when he came to the game, he was going to give him a signed jersey. And then after the game, he really came up with the jersey. He made this kid's day. Shout out to my girl, Jasmine Renee. So you can see he's a good person.
Right, I think he's a good dude.
Yeah.
But I just think that he might be fascinated
but
with the thug street dude.
And I saw people also kind of blaming his friend for being on live. Like, oh, he's the police. Why is he on live? But I think... Ja Morant, it wasn't like he sneakily was on live. And
right, he knew he was
on
live.
Yeah, he knew that the live was on. He knew the camera had been going while they were in the car.
And he pointed it towards the camera.
Yeah, I don't know if he pointed, but he just kind of held it up.
Okay.
But you know that you're on live, and you know you're Ja Morant, and you know what just happened. So, all right. Well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, it's a Monday. Now, we don't want you to have a case of the Mondays. Instead, we have some Monday mainovation for you, okay, get you inspired.
That's right.
For the week. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
I'm back, now I'm back at it. You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. And my BRF, best rapper friend Mano is here.
Mano.
And it's a Monday. And I know sometimes people hate Mondays because it's back to the work week, but it's also just the time to reset.
Yeah,
and
reset. You gotta get it.
We need our Monday mainovation.
Gotta get it, baby.
Okay.
And you know, I've been feeling this way for like the last week, man. I've been feeling like waking up every morning free and healthy is an underrated blessing.
Yes,
you understand?
It is.
Because Somewhere, somehow, someplace, somebody else didn't. Somebody else didn't.
You're right.
So the fact, I think that we all in our journeys kind of like take that for granted, you know, because a lot of things that we pray for, right, we live in it now.
Even me, like if you're going through something right now, Monday is a great reset day.
Right.
To be like, okay, that happened last week, that happened yesterday, but now it's time to forge ahead with a new path.
But the underlying fact is being grateful, right? Gratitude. The fact that we still here. Because the fact that we still here, then we got an opportunity to step in our greatness every day.
Every day.
Every day,
Won't
baby.
he do it?
Let's get it. Won't he do it?
This Monday mainovation.
Yeah.
Now, with all that being said, Maino,
Yeah.
what is your plans? It's Monday. It's a new day. You woke up. You're healthy.
Right.
You're blessed.
Feel good.
Right?
Feel
Fresh
good.
out of DR.
Fresh out of DR.
Feeling really good. So what's on the plans? Like, what do you tell yourself? Okay, what's my mainovation this week?
Nah, just stay focused and keep pushing. Stay focused. Keep pushing towards my goals. Keep pushing towards my dreams, and just being my fly great self.
Yeah, it's time to sparkle.
Never
and
give
shine.
up, ever.
Look, Monday is a state of mind.
It is. Because people feel like, oh man, it's Monday. It's the way you look at it. You shouldn't look at it like that.
And you know how I plan my weeks? I try to front load everything in the beginning of the week.
Right.
So that like Monday is the day to tackle everything. Sunday is supposed to be a day of rest.
Right.
Sometimes we're working on Sundays. I know for some people they had a long weekend with family. But Monday is like for me on Mondays, I have this. I got a couple of episodes of lip service after this. I got interviews today. Tomorrow I have a gala to
Of
attend.
course you
Shout out
do,
to the
because
Ms. Foundation.
You're on a panel.
But I made sure that like I try to make sure I give myself like a day or at least one day, maybe sometimes two, without too much to do after
Without
work.
too much noise. But you know, some people, well, a lot of people,
Balance.
they so conditioned to think of Mondays like, oh man, and Fridays they happy.
Right.
Mondays they sad, but
Yeah,
Fridays
Fridays
they,
happy.
like, and I think that we gotta retrain our minds, because Monday should be a day that you got a lot more energy.
And I also
to
feel
take on
like
the week.
the thoughts that you have in the morning when you wake up, right? You can either wake up and say to yourself, okay, today is an amazing day for me to go out, get things accomplished.
Right.
I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm alive. I'm healthy.
Exactly.
I have all these things to accomplish. Let's reset. Let's get
Right.
it. Or
Let's
you
get
could
it.
wake up and be like,
Oh man.
This
And
Monday,
that's
I don't
exactly
feel
what
like-
you want. What you put out there is what you're going to get back. So the things that you put out there is what you actually going to feel.
Right. Yeah. So a lot of it is your mindset, right? A positive mindset equals a positive outcome. And the work with it. You can't just have a positive mindset and do
Right,
nothing.
you got to do the work. You can't just be talking and not doing it.
All right. Well, listen, it is a Monday, and we are going to have an interview with Philly's own Armani White. He's actually signed to Def Jam.
Nice.
Yes, and you know his song Billie Eilish is a huge song, but people love him like on TikTok and everything. But in his past, just before he got to where he is right now, because he's young, he's like 25 or 20, he's 26 years old.
Right.
So he's still really young, but he's been through, when I tell you, a lot, and he's very open about it. But you know, we're going to get to hear some of the stories of things that he's been through. And yes, on a Monday.
Yes, mainovation.
A Monday mainovation. Armani White is coming up shortly. You're going to love his mainovations as well. That's what it feels like. It's a mainovation type of day.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee, and Armani White's next? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the back. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Mano is here.
Way up.
Mano is fresh back from the Dominican Republic. He got the shades on still. Still got your shades on.
Hey, man.
How you feeling? Good?
Had a great time, man. Shout out to my brother Giggs, man. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Giggs.
Yeah.
And we're talking about John Morant still. I know this is a carryover from Yee T, but I see that a lot of people are chiming in, and I don't think this is not going to be a headline news story for quite some time, because when he finally speaks, that's going to make it be another headline news story. And when we find out what the league decides to do, because right now they're investigating, that's going to be a whole nother issue, right?
Indeed. It's going to be a lot of talk about it.
Now, Michael Wilbon also had some things to say, because he's wondering when are all these endorsements going to stop for him, and he has his own opinion on it. Here's what he had to say.
Because what's going to happen now? Nike going to pull that shoe? Is Powerade going to pull that drink? I know in my house, I told Matthew, you can't have the shoe. I'm not buying that shoe. You're not buying that shoe. Our money as a family is not going toward that.
Ooh, he's like, I'm not even buying my son your shoe. And that's the thing, too, right? Because, with these different brands, I remember it was an issue with the Powerade commercial and all of that previously.
Right.
So now what happens with endorsements?
It's definitely going to be a problem because who's going to keep endorsing somebody that keeps doing the same thing?
Right. And, of course, Stephen A. Smith he's still going. Here's what Stephen A. Smith had to say about this is not like you're getting caught out there. You're doing this yourself.
Right.
It's one thing for you to do stupid, idiotic, irresponsible things. It's another thing for you to catch yourself. This is not TMZ or somebody else find a video. In March, that stuff was on Ja Morant's own Instagram account. Yesterday, it was one of his boys sitting right next to him, putting it on Instagram Live. You can't make this up.
Yeah, can't make it up.
Just irresponsible.
Doing it yourself. That's what I'm saying. I would like to see who he talks to. Mm-hmm. He needs somebody to talk to.
Right.
Somebody that he respects. See, that's a different thing. See, people say like you need to talk to OGs and people that been through things that he been through, but you got to talk to somebody that you absolutely respect.
Like his father. I wonder what his father's saying to him right now. Because that would be interesting to hear what his take is.
Yeah. Sometimes we can't get it from our parents, though. We got to get it from somewhere else.
All right, well, I'm sure we'll be talking about this more tomorrow. And we do have Armani White when we come back. He's from Philly. He's been through a lot, like I said. His story is really interesting, but he's a talented artist. So I cannot wait to talk to this. Y'all are going to love it. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. And this was recorded last week while Jasmine was here. That's why you'll hear her on this interview.
But she's not here now.
We miss you on interviews too, Mano. You did Love After Lockup with Monique and Derek.
Y'all didn't want me back.
That's a lie.
It's
Way Up with Angela Yee.
You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from thejasminebrand.com is here with me. And Armani White is here.
And Big Blanco is here, yes.
Big Blanco.
Armani and Big Blanco.
Well, let's talk about you for a second. You're from Philly.
Yes, West Philly.
And we actually have Friday up here.
Yeah, shout out to Friday. That's
and he's on the EP as well.
Yes, for sure.
I feel like this EP could have been an album.
What it really was I was traveling so much in the past 9 months. I could have never forecasted the amount of blessings and things that happened for me. Mm-hmm. So it was like, I gotta put some music out. You know what I'm saying? Right. It was like so much time was going on. So I was like, okay, let me collect the records that I really, really feel good about. And we started making the album. So there were songs that we were going to put on the album that I was like, nah, just give them to him right now. And while we're still finalizing what this album is going to be, that's why it says Road to Casablanca. It's like, while we're getting Casablanca together, let's give them Road to Casablanca.
Like a little tease,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah. And then Billie Eilish, obviously that song really, really blew up.
Yes. It did good. It did all right.
It's crazy on TikTok.
Yeah, it did okay.
So when you did that, because that's a sample, right, from Nori on there. Mm-hmm. So then how does that work? Because we've been watching Ed Sheeran in court and seeing all that happen. Yeah. So was that something that you did that and then you were like, oh, this is taking off, now I got to clear it? Or how does that work?
I knew nothing about any of this stuff before I did. Like when I did it, it went viral and I was like, okay, I can't release this because of the sample thing. I wanted to just be like, I asked for forgiveness later, but then I was like, it became a moment where it was like, the song was growing so popular, so you got to go through the sample process, which is like you send a carrier pigeon out, they drop the mail off eventually. It's such this really old, antiquated process. It took like 2 or 3 months to get it finally done.
That's a long time.
Yeah,
and that's a lot of worry.
Imagine me fighting with a bunch of 10-year-old kids on TikTok. Like, no, the song is coming out. Yeah, they like, yo, your momentum is dead. All this, no,
they did not tell
they
you
was
that.
Cooking me. They was killing me every day on TikTok. I'm fighting with 10-year-old kids. They
don't care either.
Yeah,
they rough.
They say a 10-year-old tell you your momentum is dead.
Yeah, your momentum is done. Your window is closed. They like, man, it's over. We don't want this song no more. And I'm just sitting there, nah, listen, just give me one more week. So yeah,
so it popped before you got it cleared.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
did Nori reach out to you at all?
Yeah. So he didn't reach out. I seen him at Something in the Water, the festival, and I was like,
recent.
Yeah, well, last year. Yeah. I seen him last year, and I was like, yo, appreciate you you for letting me use the sample. He said, what are you talking about?
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, hey, I heard he ain't really feeling the sample things too much. So I was like, appreciate you for letting me use the sample. And he's like, what sample? And I was like, Billie Eilish. And he said, oh, I love that record. I was one of the, the exceptions of the rule. But afterwards, Nori jumped on the remix with Luda and Busta.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's been cool.
We are talking to Armani White. I feel like just from reading your story and knowing that you've been very open about things that have happened, the fires,
Absolutely,
two of them, actually. And then that's a time that you also do have to start over.
Right
after.
No, absolutely. I think that first house fire, I was a kid, where I lost my 4 family members in it. It was starting over, but it was also like, those are like the moments of your life where you kind of still finding yourself. So I ran outside. I was fighting a lot. I stopped going to school. I was, I was hanging out on the block. I was whatever. I was just trying to be anything. I went through a moment of inflicting pain on others because I felt so much pain inside and I didn't know how to articulate that. I was like maybe 10, 11, 12 years old, something like that. So it was just like this idea that I can do whatever I want and there's no repercussions because nobody can understand what I'm feeling or what I'm going through. You talking about like I lost everything that I considered close to home, family, other than my mother. It was like, my aunt was my second mom. My 3 cousins, we talking about kids, like 7 years old, 4 years old. And my best friend at the time was my cousin. So I lost all of that in that fire. I didn't really know how to articulate the things that I was feeling waking up every day. It was just like, somebody has to feel this pain other than me. And that was, that I felt that way for a really long time until one of the things that really, really shaped things for me, at the time, my mom, she made me start I was the sound attention, but a bunch of families is coming in crying, falling over, stuff like that. And one day I'm just watching it, my baby, they're doing the whole thing over the funeral. And I realized I'm so disassociated with everything that's going on. It's like, it helped me understand that, like, no matter how deep, how whatever sad it is your story is, how hard, how, rough your pain is that you're feeling, somebody just doesn't care. Right. Like, or somebody, it just can't relate. Somebody, it just does not affect them. Somebody is just not connected to that. And you can live your entire life just thinking like, man, you got to feel my story. Or you can just, kind of pick it up and let that fire live through you. And that's what I decided to do at that point. I was like, I need this fire to live through me and not live outside of me and live around me. So that was that first house fire. That second house fire put a lot of things into perspective as well, because I think it was that moment of realization that, like, there's one thing that can happen just like that.
Right.
And everything can go away. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was working so hard. I was clean. I'm back in Philly, but I'm not doing nothing in the streets. I'm not doing nothing outside. I'm not hanging around this person, that person. I'm doing steering clear. And that one fire, I was in jail. And then, now I'm fighting for my life now.
So they accuse you of arson.
Yeah, they accuse me of arson. And I'm sitting in jail just like, how? And when I got out of there, I said, I don't want to let any of these moments slip anymore. I don't want to just be sitting by the wayside like, today, let today go by. I just do it tomorrow. So everything that I ever wanted to do, I'm just going to do it. I had met Wallo around the time too, and me and Wallo started having, like, anytime I would have conversations, I would leave inspired. I was just like, there's no way that I can't do everything that I want to do if he's doing everything that he wants to do. Like,
right. Wallo has an amazing story.
He's had way more time taken away from him. I've only been in here for a couple days. Not even a couple days. I was in there for like a day. I was only in there for like a day.
That's a long time for me.
That little day was like, oh no, that's enough. Like,
I'm cool.
When you sitting there, because when you sitting there, it's like, they call my name up and they read the charges. My charges was crazy. It was like simple assault, felony by this, and like just they add things on the list. And they're like, yo, the bail is set $100,000. I was like, oh, that's time out. And my lawyer's trying to, like, and then at that point you realize, like, when you're at that moment where your life, your entire existence is in the, just up to someone else's decision.
Because you don't know what can happen.
Yeah. And to be able to walk away from that, no charges, like they dropped every charge on it. I was like, that's a blessing.
That is.
That's a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
Have you went to therapy, or how have you processed all this trauma?
Write about it. Even I used to go to grief counseling especially like, you know, losing friends, losing family. And a lot of the times the answer is already here, but I just need to find the answer. I need to speak out. I need to vocally say the answer. I need to vocally like go through whatever's going on in my mind and sort out all my thoughts. So a lot of times I just write about it, or I just talk out loud as much as possible to people who I do look at as guidance or counseling figures in my life.
All right, well, Philly's own Armani White is here with us. We're talking about his project, Road to Casablanca. He got the full-length album coming out later this year. And we have more with him when we come back. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the Mac. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here with me, and we are talking to Armani White. He's been through a lot. He's had 2 really tragic house fires with close family members dying in one of them, and the other one resulting in him going to jail. And now we're going to talk more about his family life. Your father.
Yes.
You lost your father as well, but you did get to spend some time with him. So can you tell us about your relationship with your dad, and even like those few months that you did get to be at his side? What were some of the conversations that you had?
Let me tell you why me and my dad had a bad relationship. I blame hip hop. Nobody had a dad when I had a dad. Soon as my dad passed, everybody's like, you know, kicking it with my old man today. And I'm like, what the dad? Like, where you get a dad from, bro? Like, but no, you know, me and my dad's relationship was it was kind of rocky just because you know, my mom and my dad's relationship was a little rocky, and I just picked a side early on. I didn't understand it. I just picked a side. As I grew up, I understood things and not a lot more, not to say that one side or the other, but it was just like, oh, I can see it from both perspectives now. So when he got cancer, I didn't find out until like it was deep into it. I think I just started kind of getting everything going with the music, and I heard little whispers about it, like that he might be a little sick, but I was like, you know, one day, like when I get all this together, I'm gonna pull up on him. And I had this idea that was like, once I get famous, I can fix everything in my life. It was completely untrue, but
there's
that
other
was
problems,
right. And that was my mentality. I was coming home from doing a show. It was 2016. We had the last show in Philly, and I was like, all right, I'm about to turn down the block to just like say what's up to him. And I'm looking out of my window, and I see my dad's like a big guy, braids and everything. I see this like smaller guy with bald head getting out of my dad's car and picking my little sister up, and I don't know who it is, but I'm just staring. Once I realized my dad, I just turned off the block. Like I went to a Chinese store and I just started bawling my eyes out in the parking lot, and I was just thinking like all the things that I was hearing started to kind of become real. And we kicked it. Like I pulled up on him like a week or 2 after that on his birthday. I pulled up on him. We just like cried, and I cut everything music related off. I just chilled at his house, kicked it with him up until he passed. He passed that June. So like from like April to June, I was just like a caretaker. Like anytime he needed to go to the hospital, till I'm talking about to the very last minute, he passed away holding my hand, and that was like a really. Ooh. Yeah, that was like a really, really rough feeling for me. Like I didn't, for a while after that, I ain't like really, honestly, with this whole rollout and just coming back into, you know, all this music stuff, that's really the most I've been in Philly since he passed away. I haven't been able like to really, you know, we shot a music video on my block last year, and that was like the longest time I've spent on my street since he passed. I just like, it would just bring back too many feelings, too many, you know.
Right. Was it hard for you to leave Philly? Because I know you're such a, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I got a love-hate relationship with it now. Like, I love it. I love the city. I'm always gonna love the city, but there's a lot of trauma attached to the city, and so I don't attach my, like when I was a kid, it was like, I gotta be everything Philly. Now it's just kind of like Philly is always gonna be in me, and I understand that, but I need to move on and experience other things and bring it back to Philly.
We are talking to Armani White. How was Billie Eilish with the song Billie Eilish?
Billie finally reached out to me, and I was like, I said, what took you so long? I was waiting this whole time. Like, Billie, she reached out.
Gotta love it.
Nah, she posted it the other day again. She posted it the other day, and then randomly I had DM'd her. She ain't DM me back, but it was like a week or 2 later. She just liked the message, and I'm like, what made you come back to my DM?
Right,
what you doing over here? But she's been cool. We playing a festival together August, so I'll probably end up meeting her for the first time then. But Billie Eilish, you know, she's been real cool. That was a cheat code. I don't know why I didn't think of that. So,
I know.
Jesus,
whoever you want to meet, just write a song.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm about to start writing a song about everybody.
Well, thank you so much, and you guys make sure you pick up the EP. Do you know when the feature-length album, when you in your head when you want that to come out?
Yeah, it's before the end of the year. Like we not. There's no no shortage of work. There's no stoppage of work. We just like, right after this, it's right back to the studio. So we just enjoying our little marathon with like everything that's been going on, celebrating. But it ain't no stoppage of work. Like we just, we still building it. We already started it, so. Yeah, it ain't gonna be no time.
And with the business mind that you have, I'm sure it's not just music that you're going to be doing.
Nah. I just did my first I think my first audition that's like, it went through. I think I'm about to be.
Oh, you think you got it?
Yeah, I think I'm about to be Baby Will Smith and all that.
Get the drinks out. Well, thank you so much, Armani White. It was a pleasure to have you. We appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am.
And congratulations.
Thank you. And thank you.
And when we come back, we have Ask Ye. This is your opportunity to ask us anything you want. This is the time for Maino to judge, for Maino to give his advice, to give his opinion. It's Way Up with Angela Yee, 800-292-5150.
Everybody access. Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts. So you should know. This is Ask Ye.
Way Up with Angela Yee, and Maino is here, and it's a Monday mainovation, and you know what time it is. It's time for y'all to call in with your questions for Ask Yee. Now, Ask Yee actually came about because when I was younger, I had a lot of friends, right? So Maino, you know me from when I was young. I would be out a lot. I had a lot of female friends. We'd be in the club all the time, having a good time.
Allegedly, I was there.
You've been out and about. I've seen you. We're from New York.
Yeah, from Brooklyn.
Yeah, from Brooklyn.
So-called would see me in places like Rain and stuff like that.
Yeah, I seen you at Rain. I seen you a lot of places.
Yeah.
But part of how Ask Ye came about is because a lot of my friends would always ask me for advice on different things. So then it just turned into this whole Ask Ye situation where I'm not the quite award-winning advice giver that you are.
I give the best advice.
Yeah.
I'm really good at it.
All right, you are. You're good at giving advice.
Yeah, I feel like I'm...
And you care. So that's what matters the most. 800-292-5150 is a number. Ask Ye. Akira, how are you?
I'm doing okay.
So what's your Ask Ye?
What's y'all's intake on toxic families?
All right, we need a little more details.
Toxic families. Let's say you have parents that basically like anytime you come to them with something, come to them with just a little problem, little everyday problem, they fuss at you, like you're not a learning adult like they were, you're just trying to figure out. And it's just real nasty tension between I honestly,
you said what?
But just nastiness, always arguments, never wanting to families. But I feel like family's supposed to be there to help. Never wanting to help, either was mentally, physically, financially, some type of help.
Okay, so you feel like your family is not supportive of you either mentally, physically, or financially?
Yes.
Man, they say you cannot choose your family.
That's right. It is what it is. You got to stand on your independence, though. You have to stand
I do. I'm very independent. I ain't even going to lie. Right now, I got a lot going on.
Sometimes
I don't ask my family for help. I try to do it myself, but sometimes you need family.
Right. Sometimes you do, but other times, sometimes family not the one to help you.
Yeah, sometimes you got to build your own family that's not your flesh and blood.
Yeah, I'm kind of doing that now. Me and my best friends, I have two best friends. They have children. One of them has children. We're building the kind of family. But it's just I would like my actual family to be there. I feel like blood, should be there.
No, I feel you because I think when I have problems, that's not automatically who I go to. Maybe sometimes my brother. You know my brother, Maino.
Yes, I do.
But I will say that, and it's not your fault because sometimes you could feel like, man, what's wrong with me? But they honestly are human beings and they might have their own things going on that have them act the way that they do that you don't even know about. I know there's a lot of things about my family that I don't personally know in the background why certain people act the way that they act. But what I've had to realize is that when it comes to certain things, I know who I can go to and who I can't go to. And sometimes it's just not your family for that purpose. And it's not your fault. Some people are damaged in their own ways. And like you said, you called it, toxicity. And so the thing is that you know that now. So knowing is half the battle. So knowing that this is not where I'm going to go to. This is not the safe space. Family is not always the ones that's there for you. Sometimes they're the ones that hurt you the most.
I'm not even gonna lie. Right now, they are hurting me the most.
Right. And so, and even getting some professional help, you can do that too, and having somebody that can talk to you.
I'm also in the process of doing that too. They kind of look down at me for doing that.
Well, they don't need to know your business like that then. And Akira, honestly, I commend you for taking a stand and knowing that this is an issue that I'm having. I'm going to go and handle it and take care of what I need to take care of, because your mental is so important and you got to build that up. And I think for you to know what you need to do and start taking action to do that, that's valuable.
This is the best advice I heard you give.
Mano, why do you
like
always
you
want to
flowing right now?
Mano
Like
want
you
to compete
flowing
with me with advice
No,
all
I'll
the
give the
time.
best advice up here.
He's trying to get his advice up now.
No, I give the best advice, but you listen. She gave you sound advice just now.
Now Mano's about to tell you to have a threesome.
No, I'm not.
I'm
really not. I'm really not. Listen, I was just going to second what she was saying, but you got to be your own person and carve out your own independence and just be that. And sometimes it's not your family that's going to help. It's not your family that you go to. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately.
Yeah. And being independent is great, but sometimes you do just need somebody to talk to, and they don't got to have a solution for you. But just being able to vent and express yourself is important
listening
too.
Ear instead of and not be judged for by the listening ear for being the listening ear. That's the only thing.
Yeah, you hear that, man? No judgment. We need that.
No, it's no judgment.
All right,
Right
Akira.
now.
Well, Akira, I'm so glad that you called us, and I feel like you are definitely taking the positive steps to do what you need to do for yourself.
Thank you.
All right, well, that was Ask Ye. 800-292-5150 is the number. Remember, we are always here to help, right?
I am.
Me too,
I give real good advice, though.
You do, Mano. You got an award for that.
No, I really did.
Yeah, you got an Advice Giver Award.
Yes.
I remember.
Mainovation.
Yeah. All right, when we come back, you guys always have the last word. 800-292-5150 is a number. On that number, you can tell us a secret, you can ask for advice for Ask Ye, or you can just give your last word. It's way up.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard. What the word is. Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Woo, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. It is way up, baby.
Way up.
And Mano is here with me.
Staying up.
I love the fact that Mano was in the Dominican Republic.
You
and
keep talking about this, y'all.
He was asked, "Are you going to be at work on Monday?"
I definitely was.
The fact
that
that
was
you
a
was
fact.
out of the country and somebody was like, "Are you going to be at work on Monday?"
Are you going to make it to the show on Monday?
Way
So
up.
I'll be
You
there.
got to make it for our Monday Mainovation.
Got to.
And then also, we do Tell Us a Secret on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and you love that.
I have to.
Yeah, you have to. And you're an award-winning advice giver.
Yes, I am. I'm out there, like plaques and everything.
Plaques. Well, a shout out to Armani White, who joined us today. He's from Philly. I'm going to be in Philly for the Roots Picnic. It's my first time going. I'm excited for it.
I don't think I've ever been.
We're doing lip service live out there. We just did lip service live at Strength of a Woman, the summit that was happening in Atlanta, Mary J. Blige's summit. By the way, amazing concerts both nights.
So when you did lip service, did you take everybody with you?
No, so it wasn't enough space because we already had 3 guests. Jay Cargill, and the former mayor, Keisha Lance Bottoms, was there, by the way.
Right, you told me earlier.
So that was good. Megan, who has a investment fund, a tech fund, and wants to encourage entertainers and athletes to invest. So she's been very successful at that. That's something that we all need to do more. And so Gigi already lives in Atlanta, so she was there. And then Jasmine was with me, because a lot of times she comes out, but that's why she's spending time with her daughter today.
Got it.
All right, but again, we will be back tomorrow, so get ready for that. You guys have a great day as Monday Mainovation. Mano, one more time, let them know.
Man, stay up, because waking up every day, every morning is an underrated blessing.
Underrated blessing. All right, 800-292-5150. Let's hear your last word.
New Mano. I wanted to tell a secret. When I was younger, I kind of lost my virginity to my babysitter, but I don't know if I should be saying that, but I kind of lost my virginity to my babysitter. But it wasn't when I was younger. We grew up a little older, and I lost my virginity.
Got me a little secret. So about 3 years ago, I was working at this restaurant, and my wife had suspicions that I was sleeping with one of the ladies that was working there. I denied it because it wasn't true at the time. But then time progressed, I did find out that the girl that was working there was feeling me, and we actually did get busy about 3 or 4 or 5 times.
Angela Yee is way up.
On the way up.